Regular Chinese. Chinese opening is such a classic. It's always a very popular one still. And I think generally the openings that are more balanced, they're more popular. I'm gonna go with push this time actually. Just to avoid the clamp. Okay, and we'll see what white does here. Generally white jumps. White has to jump first. This doesn't look like a very good variation for white. Because now if white jumps, black can tiger's mouth. Wait, is it worth it to tiger's mouth? It's hard to say. Because there is a danger of having not desirable shape here.
Yoyomi now starts.
Oh, by the way, I think last video I kept the sound on. I think it worked quite well. But I will take note if it becomes an issue.
9,
I was
8,
generally worried
7,
that the sound here might be a bit too loud, but
4,
it seems okay
3,
when I turn down the volume
2,
mixer.
1. 2 Yoyomi's left.
Wow, my opponent's thinking hard about their move here. Whoa. It's not. These are not very good moves though. Not to mention the corner's still dead. So they're
9,
gonna have to protect the corner.
8, 7.
Wow. I'm gonna push first though. Like this direction's very big, and white's relatively uncomfortable. Okay, I'm just gonna kill the corner. Yeah, so if you ever play this variation and you're not familiar with the L shape, definitely review the L shape, because these types of 3-3 invasions definitely review the L shape, because if you don't, you'll get captured. Okay, well, nothing I can do about that. I'm just gonna move on swiftly. Let's see what we got next. And Sanrensei. Hello, that's a very interesting opening. We've got one of my openings actually. We'll just defend the corner. You know, we'll see what they've got up their sleeves. Oh wow, the approach, very aggressive. So of course I have the Sanrensei opening. I'm obviously going to kick because it's going to naturally limit white. I think for this case, I'm not opposed to just jumping down, but in terms of like more aggression, I think I'm just gonna kick and nice move here. Wow, very low move. Just jump and be polite. Okay, so I actually can block. I think I'm just gonna jump though. Very happy with just jumping. Oh, I should have jumped on the other side. Yeah, okay, I gotta block on the other side. I can't just let white connect all together.
Yoyomi now starts.
Move, I think. So white is not entirely alive actually. This is a funny shape. It's the what's it called? The 8 lives 7 dies shape. It's probably like one of the first everythings I learned about life and death. Is if you have 7 in a
Yomi
row on
now
the second
starts.
line. If it's your opponent's turn, you don't get to live. It only lives if you have 8 in a row. It's actually one of the fun facts. It's one of the first things I've ever learned about life and death. So I remember it quite well. Okay, so let's see what white is trying to do. What's nice about the 6
8,
7 dice is
7,
I can
6,
enclose
5.
the shape in Sente. It's actually quite comfortable. I'm tempted to like
9,
do a Sente
8,
here.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
I think I'll just connect.
2.
Yeah, let's just connect. I don't want to give my opponent too many choices. I'll just connect this one. No, it's not a big deal. There's no push and cut. Wow, this is a very interesting sequence here. That can't be a good sequence of moves. Whoa, what is this? That can't be a co-threat. Just jump this. Okay. Yeah, so what's interesting about the way white is trying to play is
7.
It's very important for mentality, but for practical purposes, we should always be
9.
fighting or looking for fighting situations only when we have more stones. For like, if you want to win, if you want to just
9.
practice and you want to just try fighting, then yeah, by all means, go for it. But generally, when it's this kind of situation, you'll just end up getting slaughtered. I think if your opponent even can read a little bit, and I think I might qualify as one of those people. So
8, 7, 6,
yeah,
5.
if you
4,
play like similar
3, 2,
people with similar
1.
strength as you are, starting these types of fights, they're just not going to cut it.
8, 7, 6, 5.
Oh, I think my descent has quite a lot of problems. Uh-oh. There's a very interesting capturing race, actually. Huh. This is going to be very interesting. I'm definitely going to choose this variation, even if I get captured. It's super interesting. Whoa. That I didn't expect. That actually gives me a lot of leeway because I can just capture this.
9, 8.
But no,
7,
we're going to go for it.
6.
Because that's what an average 5D would do. So we'll just go for it. Actually, we might have just captured white. White's throwing it. Huh. So this is an extremely interesting shape because here white actually has to connect everything. So I'm going to capture this first.
9, 8, 7.
It looks like it's actually a ko, but white takes first. Wait. Yeah, it's a ko, but white takes first. That's interesting.
9, 8, 7, 6.
So this is a really good example of when you fight really, really hard and you get bitten in the foot. Right? It's always important not to, get too caught up with that and just think very clearly what's going on. Okay, so cool. Right now, we have this thickness, right? We have a ko that our opponent's going to take first. So what do? Well,
9,
we can
8.
attach because we haven't started the ko yet. And basically, we can start whenever we want. So white can't actually fight in any way because we can just start the ko. Right? If we just kind of assume that we died here, but we get 3 moves. We can get 3 moves in another location. So I'm just going to start the ko and capture this stone. I feel like that's a good enough result. Yeah. So let's think about this, right? So white captured how many points in that corner? We can easily calculate that. So we have how many stones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What am I doing? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, 22 stones. 22
9.
stones is worth 44 points. And plus 6 more, exactly 50. Okay, so white has 50 points in that corner. Now,
9,
if we just kind of view
8,
this top right,
7,
there's probably some invasions,
6,
and this
5,
top left as the
4,
same,
3,
then we need about
2,
60 points
1.
profit from this thickness. Which kind of sounds pretty
2
bad,
yo-yomis
but
left.
it's not, because we have how many points already? Okay, we're just going to capture this, okay? White will probably gain a little bit there. We have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37,
9,
38, so maybe
8,
48, 50,
7.
50. So we actually have around 50 already. I don't know why white did that. That's just a gote. Well, okay, white tanuki there. Okay, so we're going to approach this corner. Yeah. So back to what I was saying. So we have 50 here, and white has 50, right? But we have way more potential than white. So actually, from a practical point of view, we are not even behind. And that's very important to have in your mindset when you're playing. Now, I'm pretty sure I have the ladder here. Oh, should I block that way? Okay, so white takes the corner. I think it's okay. If white takes the corner, I'll just descend here. There's still some aji in the corner. Yeah, I think that should be okay for me.
9, 8, 7.
But if
6,
white turns,
5.
I don't think that'll work. Oh, white's forgot to make the center Atari. Okay, well that actually is good for us. Okay, so that does get rid of the aji, but yeah. So I guess the benefit of playing against aggressive players is that they don't really know how to play peacefully. So generally, you're always going to have a good chance, no matter how much you're behind. So that's kind of what we're seeing here. So white is playing very aggressively still. Maybe they were slightly ahead at some point, but I don't think white was ever like ahead by a lot.
8, 7.
I think I'm gonna have to push out though, and then I'm gonna jump out. Yep. So I think I have to connect. Yeah, I gotta connect. Oh, should I? Oh, I can push. Yeah, pushing is gonna be a little bit better. Well, I can't capture the 2 stones. And after this, I am actually able to hane it. So white would have to somehow like
9,
descend first or something
8,
in order
7,
to prevent that.
6, 5.
And then, so
4.
my group is actually quite safe. Hope I didn't misread some crazy net. No, it doesn't look like. What is this gote? Okay, so if white blocks, I go back. There's still actually an eye there. So all my groups are actually generally okay. And
9,
like the corner is
8.
pretty solid. I'm not really worried about anything in there, for now at least. So I just cut this. Cut this.
9, 8, 7.
Yeah. If white doesn't answer here, huh? Yeah, I need to push here because if white turns, my shape is terrible. But now I could get to threaten white as well. Yeah, I think I need to protect this. I was thinking of just capturing the 5 stones, but I think the middle is more important. I think I'm just going to capture the 5 stones and just ignore. Oh, actually, it's 6 stones. I'm going to just go all aggressive here. Well, if you're going to be like that, sometimes there's just no way around it. You're just going to have to do it. Oh my gosh, that's a really good move. I just got manhandled here.
Nine, 8,
Pretty good reading
7,
skills.
6.
But I think white's not very whole board thinking, like just really, really local. Like we can tell by this first fight here, right? White's moves are generally just way too local. It's really hard to win games like that, and without whole board thinking, Go is very, I was gonna say it's very much like chess. It's just pure reading. But then I realized that it's still not really like chess because you know the stones are. I think the way of thinking is very different. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is whole board thinking is a very fundamental and a very important aspect of the game. And I think it's something worth appreciating. I have to worry a little bit about my connections here.
9,
Not
8,
white has
7,
quite a few
6,
direct
5,
subplays.
4, 3, 2.
So, whoa, white wants to connect everything. I definitely don't think white should have connected there. If white even wanted a chance at living. This is just 0%. I'd like, this is 0% right here. I could like pass now. What are you doing? Okay, like yeah. So actually, you know, this opponent gave me a lot of pressure, right? As you can see, early on they were fighting very hard. It was never easy for black to play for quite a while, up until like this top fight, which was completely unnecessary for white. Started again. White started again a fight somewhere that's disadvantageous. So that really just gave black a lot of chances. And I intentionally try to play very aggressive to see how white respond, and they did read very well, right? So players are pretty good at reading in general. But I think the problem is that they don't really know how to use it. Like, why are you reading all these hardcore variations when there's these simple ones where you can just not think about it and avoid this thing altogether, and it's going to be always better, right? So I think some aspects about Go are just really, really simple, but then people don't really realize that, and they still tend to play like this, right? I can just do whatever right now, and white is still dead. To which point, like, I don't even know why white is still playing. But like, to be like, just going back, like, I'm not saying anything bad about this player, but I think in general, like, this is a common pattern in a lot of like Fox players. They have good reading, but they just don't use it properly. And then we just have like this very wide spectrum of people. We have like these people who are very good at fundamentals, but they just hate practicing reading, or they just hate reading and they don't read when they play. That's a very big exaggeration, but we have this wide spectrum, like from reading to fundamentals. And if you have both, then you're going to be a strong player, right?
8, 7.
That's just how it is. Okay, that was actually relatively fast. All right, what do we got next? Oh, this is probably one of my favorites, the double 3-5. I sometimes tend to scare people away when I play these 5 points when they don't feel familiar with it. But this is actually one of my personal favorites. I think I've mentioned this multiple times already in this series. 3-5 is really cool. I've always liked playing this move. Properly biased, but yeah, I've always liked playing 3-5 points. Because I've really loved the Taisha Joseki for black, for like this Taisha variation. But then without the Taisha, it's actually there's not that many good results for white. So that's why I've always liked playing this variation. So white played some pretty soft moves, I think. Oh, let's do the Taisha. Yeah, I think like here you see both players have the same amount of moves, but black is clearly locally better. So white is extremely inefficient there. So there's no doubt that black is already ahead here. And oh, okay, interesting. White probably wants this direction then, right?
Yoyomi now starts.
So this Joseki probably still better for black though, I think. So this stuff is way smaller than it looks. But it's actually something that's very difficult to explain. I'm not sure why. Just visually it looks really big, but you count it and it's very small. It's just how things are.
9.
And it's really hard to explain that. I think that's one of the struggles that I've had for a while. It's like explaining to people, it's side territory, it looks big, but you spent stones on both sides to make it, right? But a corner is smaller, but you get 2, and you spent less stones to make the same points, right? I think that's, like, as simple as it sounds, it's very, very difficult to explain. Visually more appealing though, the side territory. Oh, we have another Taisha. Why attached? Probably white's going to connect in the middle, if I'm not mistaken.
8, 7.
Oh, proper Taisha. Oh no, white likes this variation. Oh, okay. So the 3-3 point is still important. The 3-3 point is almost always important because it's a base for both players, but it's also a lot of territory. So I think in most,
Yo-Yomi
in
now
almost
starts.
all cases, the 3-3 point is always worth taking. I think I'm going to ignore that though, because if I extend, white already has a stone on the bottom. I don't think I'll be doing too much there. I think I'll just jump out in the middle here. I'm actually going to intentionally not invade there because I want to show that you don't need to invade, and these types of territory are actually very small. I'm going to just push one more because I'm pretty sure white will keep responding. Actually, we have a pretty big moil ourselves here on the left side. Oh, white's going to ignore. Okay, then it's not my fault if I invade. Oh, my opponent ignored us. Cap's probably not a very good move though. Right now, the lower side is actually very important.
7, 6.
Oh, okay, we get it back.
Nine, 8, 7.
We definitely have a cut here.
Nine, 8, 7, 6.
I mean, we could cut our opponent. The Hane is a really bad move because I probably get Gote here. Wait, our opponent fell for it. White should have just went on top because white wants Sente here. The left side's not very important. Oh, interesting life and death. I think the only way to kill is like attach here.
9, 8.
So what I'm going to do
7,
is I'm going to try to
6.
get some Sente moves in the middle because I can see that white has an Atari here. Yeah, so white made the Atari.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we press this down, and do we connect the stone back? It's hard for me to decide. Oh, for this case, I think I'll just double honey. I don't want that stone, so I'll just double honey. We probably won't be able to get the honey over there
9,
though.
8, 7,
But we
6,
did cut off
5,
the white stone.
4, 3, 2, 1. 2 Yo-Yomis left.
And that's it. Nothing too special here.
9, 8.
Well, the left
7,
side's kind of unfinished,
6,
but
5.
Whoa! Aggressive move here. I think I'll just connect. Now this was a big move anyway.
Nine.
Wait, white's not gonna care about this? This is so big. Why didn't I capture? I was gonna connect.
8, 7,
I
6,
guess white could
5,
connect.
4, 3,
But now
2,
a lot of white
1.
groups are not completely alive. Whoa, that's not an even trade.
Nine,
That
8,
upper side is way too
7,
compared to
6,
this.
5,
And
4,
I get Sente
3,
and Hane.
2.
Is that even the same? Okay, I need to finish the center. Yeah, let me just finish the center. The center thickness is actually worth more than just try to kill something like this. And also, white hasn't even done anything here.
9,
So that's
7, 6, 5, 4.
yeah. So white finished that. I'm gonna Hane here because I feel like that's even more important. The lower left is just a ko. Oh my gosh. The cut. Very brave. Very brave. Look at this guy. This guy is like that. He's ripped. I don't think white's going to live here, to be honest. Oh my gosh.
9, 8.
Like these
7,
like super aggressive
6,
moves.
5.
I just see them so often. Just capture this. Ko's
9,
will make the
8,
game longer.
7, 6, 5.
But I don't
4.
want to just let white live. Anyway. But like this type of ko is so comfortable for black. It's a picnic ko. Right? So black doesn't lose anything if black loses the ko, but then there's just so many like mini Sente moves you can play. So they're all very comfortable.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Do I respond to that? Okay, I'm just going to capture the corner first. We take this, and then we'll see what white tries to do here to live. Oh, I think this is going to die now. That doesn't look like the correct move. And
9,
is white going to have
8,
capturing race
7,
issues? Well, white
6,
has to play this
5,
move right now.
4, 3.
Block. Okay, well now I just captured some stones. Okay, well this is definitely dead also. If you're here's a really good life and death
9,
problem is
8,
if you look at the top
7,
left,
6, 5.
can you tell me what the
4,
result is?
3,
Is that just dead,
2.
or does black have some move? So if you're interested, you can try out this problem.
Nine, 8, 7,
Very non-trivial.
6, 5,
Very non-trivial.
4. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Nine, 8, 7.
Okay, is there an escape? I don't think so.
9,
Let me just get close. There's still a cut in over here, so white's not even connected yet.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Nothing here. And just connect everything. What is Y trying to do? I don't get it. There's still a cut here also. And there's a cut here. I think I can attach now also.
9, 8, 7.
I have a strong feeling that this is a Gote death.
9, 8,
So we're just gonna
7, 6.
Okay, I don't think there's anything too interesting to say more here. What really struck me was
9,
like this cut.
8,
This cut was
7,
so
6,
aggressive at that
5.
moment. But also White didn't finish whatever here before moving on to something else. And that really led to a bunch of problems. And then afterwards it's just completely ridiculous as always, but there's a lot of interesting moments still in this game. But I think they're over. So I think right now I'll just skip forward and I'll see you in a bit when I finish. Alright, here we go. Another very fighting style game. It's not me, right? I think that's a question I've been asking for a while. So I think that's going to be wrapping up today's episode. We're going to roll the next opening. See what we get. Come on, a 0. Oh, not this time. Whoa! But we have the 445, which I think was getting close to 7. So I'm very keen to see that happen. Hope you enjoyed watching today's episode. I'll see you all in the next one.